light welterweight contest. That's next in the ring. Bernard Poole, the punching postman from Tottenham, against Shaun Cogan. And this is a rematch. Last time out, they fought a draw, which I have to be honest, I thought Cogan had just about done enough to win. But the referee thought otherwise. And so tonight they do it all again. In fact, Barry, he's becoming something of a draw specialist, is Bernard Poole at the moment.
Yeah, he's always exciting. Doesn't matter what sort of fight he's in, whether he wins or loses or draws, he always makes it exciting. And I have no doubt that this one will be equally as exciting as the last one.
Well, here comes Shaun Cogan. Now, he's had a fight since meeting Bernard Poole. He was in action on the 2nd of December for Kane White, and he stopped him in a round. A 7th stoppage win from his 12 victories. Nice young fighter, this. Like him. And here comes Bernard Poole. Here he is. Originally from Mauritius. Has lived the bulk of his life in North London. And once again, not short of fans. But look at that, 4 draws. A lot of draws. 4 out of the last 6 fights have ended as draws. So, they're both in. Time once again we heard from our MC Alan Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a light welterweight contest at 10 stone 2 pounds over 6 3-minute rounds. Introducing in the red corner with the black and the gold shorts, with 12 wins and 1 draw from 16 contests, 7 inside the distance, from Birmingham, Shaun Cogan. And his opponent in the blue corner with the blue shorts, 9 wins and 4 draws from 14 contests, 5 inside the distance, from Tottenham, Bernard, the punching postman, Poole.
Worth bearing in mind that Poole, in fact, has only lost once, and that was to Mickey Driscoll on cuts. So, despite the draws, not a bad record. John Kane in charge again.
6 3-minute rounds.
So, Bernard Poole in the blue, Shaun Cogan in the black with the amber trim, round 1. This is scheduled for 6.
If I remember well, the last time these guys got stuck into it right from the very offset, and it's not going to disappoint me this time either. Cogan, I like his style. He's very precise. He's a bit daring in the later rounds, but he tucks up pretty well, and he picks his shots well. He's a good short puncher. Wouldn't have the same one-shot finish that Paul has, but he puts them together slightly better, and he's less wild.
Yes, Poole really can take you out with a single shot. We've seen him do that. But I like the look of Cogan. He's a compact, neat, crisp fighter.
Yeah, Paul, you know, we watched him fight Dean Bramall, and the first time he struggled to draw, and we said on that occasion he was lucky to get the draw as well. And from the second fight, he just wiped the floor with Dean Bramall.
Yeah, he did.
Boxed brilliantly, punched and hurt him, and seems to be able to do better the second time round against different opponents.
Good right from Paul.
Oh, good left hook to the body from Cogan, and picking his shots well. And although he got nailed with that right hand, finished up with counter with 2 double left hooks. Beautiful shots.
Oh, this is a real good even money match, this.
These guys are really teeing off and landing with some good quality punches in this round. Cogan's been hit more than he was in the first round of the last fight, wasn't he, Dave? He wasn't hit,
absolutely,
hit so much, so Paul has definitely found the range better. Getting lumpy around that left eye already, Shaun Cogan.
I remember the last fight, Paul ran out of gas in the last couple of rounds, and Cogan really did come on strong.
good stuff. Definitely finding his range much better in this opening round.
Left eye of Cogan's really has got puffed up in the opening round.
Definitely is closing near the corner of the eye, lumpy on the top and the bottom.
Nobby Nobbs will have to get busy with the end sway.
Right hook again from Bernard Paul. Short chopping right hand. He landed the more powerful punches in this round.
Now there's a bit of blood on Cogan's left shoulder. I wonder where that's coming from. Just a smear. Can't see any on Paul's face. Good opening round. Good opening round.
And
yeah, just a smear of blood coming from Shaun Cogan's nose.
Nobby Nobbs will have to get that steel out, just squeeze into the eye there, if he's got one. To work on that eye, because it's going to close pretty soon if he doesn't get going on it.
No, not doing any work on it.
No. Well, that's a mistake in my opinion. He should be squeezing either the ice bag or the ends well right into that eye. This is what the 60 seconds rest is for. And we see a right hand from Paul here, and this is a typical example of the right hands that have landed. Look, he snapped the head, and you see the spray coming off Cogan's head, and again he sort of just half clipped him with that one, but he's landed at least half a dozen good right hands there. That was the result being the lumpy left eye of Shaun Cogan. Cogan's got to keep that left hand up tight.
Cracking opening round. Paul in the blue, Cogan in the black and amber. And John Kane quite sensibly just letting him get on with it. So Paul's opening round, I think we're agreed, Barry.
Yes, I think although Cogan forced the fight, it was a very even opening round, but I think the most important thing was that Cogan was hurt a few times with the right hand, and his eye is beginning to lump up. And he's been hit far more in the opening round of this fight than he was in the last one. He was boxing a bit more daringly. He's attacking, he's been more aggressive. And as a result of that, he's been nailed numerous times with that chopping right hand.
You have the impression maybe that Paul requires great dollops of self-belief before he gets in the ring, because he's a much better fighter in this fight than he was in the first one. No, it's early days yet, but he certainly is.
Cogan's partly to blame for that. He's coming in a bit recklessly, leaving himself open. The last time he was picking his punches better, looking for the openings, and wasn't so eager to get involved. He knew that Bernard Paul was a powerful puncher, so he's just staying on the outside and waiting for his openings. But he's just rushed straight in here. Probably with
somebody's gum shield has gone. Actually, it's not the gum shield. It's a little. It's Bernard Paul's hairband that's gone. Sign of the times in boxing, he's lost his hairband.
That's happened a few times. That left eye of Shaun Cogan's is really getting a bit...
Looking very puffy and bruised, isn't it?
Good right hand from Cogan. That's a beautiful shot. What he's doing here, David, he's getting too close to Bernard Paul. He's not looking for the shots as much as he was in the last one. Therefore, he's getting too close, taking away his leverage and sort of blinding himself. He's getting too close and not finding those openings like he was in the last fight. Blood coming from Bernard Paul's nose now.
Oh, better round from Cogan, this.
Yeah, this is definitely a better round. Banging the body well too.
Having said that, back comes Paul with a couple of good shots of his own. Paul is cut on his right cheek. No danger in that.
I'm very tired in the second round already. There's been so many punches thrown in these first two rounds. It's tremendous two opening rounds.
Oh, this is the sort of fight that makes an old man of you.
I bet you. Don't need many like this.
Cogan fails with the uppercut, tries the overarm, gets through.
Yeah, this is certainly a better round from him now. He's equaled it up.
Yep, Cogan taking this round for me. middle square now, and no secret, Cogan felt desperately hard done by last time out at the Grosvenor House. Or actually, it wasn't at the Grosvenor House, it was here at the York Hall.
In the York Hall.
In this very ring.
In fact, that blood was actually from Bernard Paul's nose, but it's the bruised eye, and it looks like it's going to split at any time. And again, you're looking at the Bernard Paul corner. I'm looking up at Shaun Cogan's corner, and they're still not putting any ice on that left eye, which is a big mistake. He should be getting it on there.
Well, it was very clear looking at Cogan's eye. You can see that it's just sort of puffing up, oozing up. It really needs the cold iron or the ice bag on it, because it's not going to get any better. Third round.
That's the best hope for Paul, is to throw that chopping overarm right. Turn it down a bit. That's a lot more power in it when you actually turn your elbow up. Lift your elbow, push your weight behind it, just chop it down. Cogan's not getting that left hand up. The eye's beginning to close now, and it's going to be more difficult for him to see. This must be an ill-fitting gum shield that he has, because it's gone out a few times.
And Paul still looking to unload the big right. It's a good punch.
Oh, like that again.
Oh, that was a good shot from Paul, and Cogan hangs on.
Yeah, he tried a big sweeping right uppercut and got nailed with that right hand. That's the problem when you try a dangerous punch like an uppercut from out far. You can get nailed yourself. And again, Cogan actually hit Paul with the right hand there. This is a real free-for-all. Anybody's fight at this stage. Oh, again the right hand from Paul.
And Cogan really is taking some good, solid shots this contest. No quarter given in this fight. But do not get the idea that it's all one-way traffic. It most certainly is not. I like the way that Cogan keeps trying to throw that jab out.
He's neater, Dave. He's tighter. He recovers better. But he is leaving that left hand down ominously low, and has been nailed too many times with those clubbing hard rights of Bernard Paul. Can't keep doing that, because they're going to wear him out. He's got to try and be a little bit more precise with his own punches. Just find his accuracy a bit more.
They're all good scoring shots, these jabs.
This is a great fight. These guys are really having a go.
Well, we've often wondered a little bit in the past about Paul's stamina. Any questions, they'll be answered tonight, I tell you.
Always been a bit loose and wild, but he can whack with that right hand in particular. He always puts pace to most of his opponents.
Cogan bleeding quite heavily from the nose now. We're in round 3. Better round for Paul.
Yeah, Cogan has fought very well, but
Paul got right from the Birmingham boy.
Yeah, Cogan has fought very well and countered well, but Bernard Paul has forced this fight, and I have to say that he's won this round. Close round all the same, very close.
Oh boy, nip and tuck this. Alex Guy, see the intensity in that corner there. I can only assume that Nobby Nobbs
hasn't got an iron. What they actually call a stainless steel little piece of iron is called the ends well. And what you do is you leave it in the ice, you freeze it, you squeeze it into the eye, and stop that swelling. Paul landed some great shots here, and Cogan landed in particular a couple of good right hands. What's this uppercut? Tried the uppercut from far out, got nailed with that perfect right hand. And Bernard Paul turned it down just the way I was talking about. Lots of power in it.
On slow motion, when a shot lands, look at the legs. They're always a great indicator. You can really see them jiggle every which way. So coming out for the 4th. This bill, by the way, you remind you, sponsored by Thompson Directories. 4th round, Paul in blue, Cogan in the black and amber.
they're going at this hammer and tongue. Cogan, knowing that Bernard Paul flagged in the last couple of rounds of the last fight, so he set off at a tremendous pace, trying to crack him and grind him down.
And this really is a better sequel than the original article.
Oh, Paul seems to be hurt by a nice left hook there, hit on the break. The scum shield of Shaun Cogan's is definitely not the right fitting one. In many occasions they get special gum shields made by the dentist which fit snugly and don't come out, but occasionally you can get a cheap one. That looks like a cheap one that a lot of fighters prefer, and occasionally they're jarred out. Even from a left jab they could just hit you on the jaw and snap that gum shield right out of your mouth.
And I tell you, that did Paul a favour, because that left hook hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, it seemed to stagger, his legs seemed to be affected by that short left hook from Shaun Cogan.
Brought the blood once again from Paul's nostrils.
Again, Cogan's accuracy is really good here.
That's what impresses me about him.
Yeah, doubling that left hook up to the body and coming on strong in this fourth round. Definitely, do you see how wild and loose that Bernard Paul is? He's always been that way, throwing big looping long punches from away out far, not being able to recover in time, putting one foot in front of the other, falling forward. No doubt that he punches powerfully, but takes a lot out of himself when he misses with those punches. They're both tired, you can bet your life on that.
Oh, fighting at this pace, you'd be amazed at anything else. I've got to say, it's been a very clean fight as well. And also credit to John Kane, the referee, just letting him get on with it.
The referee has had little to do. He's handled this very well.
If Cogan wins this fight, it's going to be the jab that does it for him.
Keeps getting nailed. Paul has his head sort of parallel with the floor. He throws with big looping right hands and is still hitting Cogan with big long wild punches. Cogan's much neater now and he's holding it together, showing his experience, keeping it nice and tight.
Come back well in this round.
Double that left hook up to the body. That was beautiful stuff from Cogan. Right hand over the top, left hook again.
Okay, strings gone out of Paul's shots.
Yeah, occasionally Paul lands that right over on right, but again this round is definitely snapped that back. Shaun Cogan.
Yeah, I'll make him 2 rounds apiece. Don't forget, main event, Gary Delaney, Jim Murray for the WBO Pentacontinental Light Heavy title. That is our main event, coming up very soon. Main event, in fact, the next contest into the ring. Round 5, we await. See the scars of battle on Bernard Paul, all right. And over the other side of the ring, well, the eye's holding up quite well. Pens and papers ready, incidentally. Give you the news on the Pro Box lines at the end of this fight. Win tickets, among other things, for Herbie Hart against Michael Bent. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Round 5 then. Anybody's contest.
Absolutely all even here. Bernard Paul, if I remember, done the same thing in the last fight. Took a round off and came back. We thought he was going and he came roaring back, and then it flailed again. It seemed to flag in the last couple of rounds as well, but struggled through with a draw.
Well, I make no secret, I thought Cogan had done enough last time, but this is much closer.
Right hand,
And
Paul
Cogan's
got
finding
southpaw. Just momentarily, back to orthodox now.
Cogan's been hit far too many times in this fight with the right hand. He was hit a few times the last time, but much more in this round, or in these rounds of this fight. In the early rounds in particular, right hand in the first round must have hit him 15 to 20 times and 6 or 7 good ones.
Well, I guess when you thought you got robbed last time out, I guess you feel you got a point to prove.
Yes, well, he obviously set off at a great pace, hoping that he would wear Paul down again, but in the process he's eaten far too many right hands, and he's really tired himself now. Paul looks tired, but you can rest assured that Cogan's tired too. The snap seems to have gone out of his punches as well.
Just momentarily, Cogan also went southpaw, snapped out 3 or 4 right jabs.
Those left hooks to the body from Cogan are lovely punches. He bending over beautifully, weight all on the left foot and ripping those punches up.
He's a good fighter. He's an underrated fighter.
He definitely is a good fighter. Strong guy, compact. Paul's composure completely gone, swinging all over the place.
Well, this is it. When he gets tired, he does unravel a little bit, and he does look tired all of a sudden. And this is where, in my view, Cogan won it last time out in the last 2 rounds. And it's sheer bravery, among other things, that's keeping Paul going at the moment.
Yeah, he's a strong guy. He's very physically strong and robust. He's staying in this with his strength, stamina. He's worked hard for this one, knowing it was going to be a hard fight, obviously.
Absolutely, sure. Well, he caught Cogan with another right, but there wasn't the power in that right hand there was in the early rounds.
I'm going to stick my neck out again and give that one to Shaun Cogan as well.
I give that to Cogan, and that, on my card at any rate, puts him 1 round in front with 1 round left to go. Could find ourselves with another draw, you know.
You'd never know. It's an easy way out for the referee. I think they should be forced to make their decision. Cogan had some really neat and tight attacks here. The right hand over the top didn't really land with great authority on that occasion, but we did see some really beautiful punches from him. And give Paul his credit, he came back himself and did land the occasional right hand, but look, completely at 6s and 7s.
Coming up, the 6th and last round.
A whack on the back from Nobby Nobbs as Shaun Cogan in the black and amber and Bernard Paul in the blue come out for the final round. John Keane says you got a little bit too much Vaseline on.
Yeah,
Alex Gow wipes it off.
too much water too. Cogan's got to hold it together if he wants to win this one. I have him a round up, but he's got to be neat and tidy here, because a strong finish from Bernard Paul could clinch it. This is his home crowd. The referee's always inclined to go with the home crowd. Oh, good right hand from Cogan. You could see that Bernard Paul was grimacing there. Short right hand from him.
Well, I did say that should Cogan win this, with the jab that does it for him, and he has held his composure pretty well.
All he needs to do now is to snap the jab instead of trying to throw the right hand.
There's the gum shield gone again.
Dislodged again, and that was by a legitimate sort of a right hand. Snapped it out of his mouth.
Little breather for both boys. Back they come. And the pace had to flag. It's not surprising.
This is what Cogan lost at the last time. He got caught up in a
good right hand from Paul.
Yeah, and Paul can come back. Cogan needs to keep this on the outside.
It's going to be hard to separate them, it really is.
Yeah, good finish from Paul. Just needs to stay on the outside, Cogan, and be sharp. Paul's pouring it on at the end, and this is impressive looking stuff. just when he needed it.
Well, Paul is doing all he could to square things, at least on my card, in this final round. Certainly done more leading off in this last round. Once again, switches to southpaw. We're inside the last minute. This has been a terrific scrap. Really has. The head's getting a little close, but they're so tired. Good right uppercut from Paul.
Yeah, this is a very, very good finish from Paul. This last attack could be enough for him to swing it his way, or certainly make it a draw. Very even, very close.
Got to give Paul this last round on sheer effort and willpower alone.
He's just thrown himself forward here. He's been tired from 2 rounds out. Very even all the same, very close.
Good finish from Paul. And he hurt him. He has hurt him. Cogan desperately hangs on. And Cogan has got it.
Yeah, I won't argue with that.
Well, I have to say, I might have given it another draw, but I can't complain that Cogan has got it. He fought a brave fight on Paul's home turf. Paul's second professional defeat. Be fascinating to see how John Kane scored that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we have the referee's scorecard, your appreciation for a great contest to both boxers, ladies and gentlemen. Shaun Cogan and Bethnal Paul, tremendous contest.
Well, I've got to own up, I scored at 58.5 apiece. And as I say, it'll be fascinating to see how John Kane has scored it. Bethnal Paul, very disappointed.
And ladies and gentlemen, the referee John Kane scores the contest